Alright, it's the HAWK. Today is a video that most of you won't have seen before whilst I'm working on some longer videos. The Hawk is bringing you all sorts of presents this month, smacks to the gut, bricks to the jaw and a special present for your whore. Anyway, I like this video, mainly because today's girl surprised me. Usually you take someone who's extremely green and it just doesn't go well. But there is a clear development here and I honestly think she tried. By the end of the video I cried. Also, this girl, WWE actually passed up on her when they found out that she was a former Escort. TNA did not do the same background checks, or maybe they just didn't care. You know, she's Brazilian. Just saying, that's enough for some. Some of you may have never seen this girl before, and that's okay, I don't remember her either. It was only because I recently did that terrible Knockouts Knockdown review that I remembered this girl exists. Today's girl was actually Gabby on the 6th season of Tough Enough, but she just didn't seem to have what it took. She had her teeth knocked out in her first match and then they got rid of her. I was told at the time that she had a massive following in Brazil. Now Brazil hasn't exactly been blessed with talented wrestlers over the years, so she has a whole country hoping for her to succeed. At the time she was the only female Brazilian wrestler, so our girl had to crawl so Tay Conte could walk. But all the talk I've heard online was how terrible this girl was in the ring, and whilst I know of one bad match, we need to watch them all. Alright, it's Raquel, was she nothing but a fail? It starts out badly as you may have expected because it's 2016 and nobody likes 2016 TNA. She has a hype package of Raquel saying that she brings pleasure and pain in an auto-tuned voice. There is horrible dubstep music playing the whole time. She is apparently out for revenge. I don't know how, she hasn't been here before. Okay, let's see where this all goes. She debuts backstage as a love interest for Bobby Lashley. She tells him that his pain is her pleasure. Then the storyline is dropped. I guess Bobby Lashley didn't want her. She disappears from TV for 3 months. She didn't have bothered coming. Reports indicate that she was thrown out of the Knockouts locker room for bad-mouthing some of them, so that's probably what that was about. Match 1, TNA Knockouts One Night Only, Knockouts Knockdown 2016. What a horrible way for a run to start on this show. Barbie Hayden versus Raquel. She has a purple haircut and takes a selfie for her Instagram, which apparently has 500,000 followers. Raquel is being promoted as a jiu-jitsu master. Straight away we get a wheelbarrow into an arm drag. It's almost more impressive than anything I expected to see in this entire video. Another arm drag follows. Then it turns bad as she's Irish whipped and she slowly trots off the ropes and into a clothesline. Nothing's happening. Lots of hair related offense going on in this one. You can see Barbie Hayden clearly trying to tell Raquel what to do next. The camera tries to cut away, but it's obvious. The conversation leads to an Irish whip into a Raquel knockdown. Hayden dumps in a nappy of fear and hides in the corner. They repeat the same spot, but in reverse. It improves now as Raquel shows some athleticism into an arm drag. She actually manages to get 2 counts, but now I have to take that praise away. Raquel is sent running and she spins around in circles as she runs the ropes. Her crossbody attempt is easily swatted away. The crowd are in silence. Barbie Hayden hits some shoulders in the corner and a high knee. Raquel looks confused. Big fisherman suplex from Barbie, which is just a 2. The crowd are now chanting Barbie's awesome. She's meant to be the heel though. Now they chant, please end this. Why does Barbie keep making her run the ropes? It's clearly not a good idea. Raquel fights out of the abdominal stretch into a head scissors, spiking Hayden. Now she hits a running monkey flip and the slowest hurricanrana ever. Raquel sort of hits a backstabber and she puts on an armbar. The ref is distracted by Barbie Hayden's friend and moments later Barbie wins with the Hangman's DDT. That's the 3. Raquel takes out the 2 friends because she's a bad loser. I'm surprised that we're going to actually get to see her again after that one. She clearly did have some athletic ability, but she doesn't know what she's doing in the ring. I believe this was only her 8th ever match of her career. This is usually what happens when someone is fast tracked to the main roster. I'm sorry, but this one is nothing but an S. Yes, there was some skill in there, but I'm told this match was heavily edited. She did surprise me at times at 2 though, so there might be something worth watching in this run. After that one, she was torn apart backstage for how bad the match had gone. Apparently, yes, the version we got to see was heavily edited. I'd love to see the original one. TNA management decided to keep her out of the ring for a bit. Match 2, TNA Explosion, Raquel versus Madison Rayne. Well, let's see the AEW head women's trainer show how she can lead a new wrestler through a match because she's got a hell of a challenge on her hands. Raquel looks really happy to see her. We start with a lockup. They seem to be evenly matched. Now Raquel switches out of an armbar and takes Madison down. She's back up quickly and wrenches back on Raquel's arm. Raquel arm drags her off and they keep trading them. Raquel looks like she's about to fall over at one point. She does a Ric Flair woo to celebrate. Madison goes running and switches her into a pinning attempt. Raquel rolls her straight back over for her own attempt. Now Raquel with a Mahi Stra cradle. Madison rolls her straight back up. Breathless start to this one. Raquel scores a monkey flip from the corner. You know what? So far so good. Raquel shows Madison respect, but she shouldn't have bothered because she gets chopped. Back for the advert break, Madison is kicking her in the back. It doesn't work and Raquel hits one of the worst crossbodies I've ever seen in at least a while. Just a 2 and Madison kicks her back down. Madison does a baseball slide clothesline for another 2. The Northern Light suplex gets yet another 2. Nothing but chops for a while now, I'm starting to get bored. Raquel blocks Madison with a weak boot in the corner and she wants to dive. Madison immediately stops her, but Raquel traps her in her leg scissors. I didn't know Raquel had signature moves. Come to think of it, maybe it was her finisher. She has to break the hold, so she rolls Madison into a pin for a 2. Raquel is all fired up from that now and she hits some running knockdowns. The Russian leg sweep gets her another 2. Madison's able to block her next move and she connects with the crossroads, and that's the 3. Not as bad as I expected and less of a mess than the last match. Can't believe I'm going to give her a C for this one. Maybe I was wrong, and maybe I was wrong about Madison too. Match 3 explosion. Raquel versus Marty Bell, who doesn't get an entrance. Raquel is the clear face here because Marty is talking smack. Not sure what she says, but Raquel flips and screams, "I don't speak that." Marty uses the slight distraction to get the advantage. The first knockdown is a Marty Bell clothesline. They're both screaming at each other in Spanish. Raquel slowly rolls her up for a 2 count. Now Raquel with some arm drags. Marty wants to hit one, but Raquel calmly walks away. Shades of Samoa Joe there. This angers Marty, who tries to dive in the corner. Again, Raquel dodges and rolls her up. Another roll up now. Raquel struggles to get her shoulders to the mat though, but quickly recovers. Marty shuts her down for purple hair drag. Marty Bell is now in firm control. She hits a snap mirror into a kick. Now she stands on the purple hair and wrenches on Raquel's arms. This one looks like it could be over. Marty viciously stomps her down in the corner. Raquel eventually manages a dodge and she hits a running crossbody. A good pinning effort now. That's probably the closest Raquel has gone to winning a match. Again, she's shut down. Raquel fights off the submission attempts and she starts hitting diving shoulder tackles. What happens now is a bit weird. Raquel grabs Marty's arm and wants to go to the top. She loses her balance and you can clearly see Marty help her get up there. Then she hesitates for ages and eventually hits a bad looking arm drag from up there. Not sure why somebody so green is attempting lucha libre stuff. The slowest side slam ever follows. Raquel might actually win this one though. Snap suplex from Raquel for yet another 2. This girl desperately needs a finisher to help her get the win. Whatever she tries next is fought off by Marty and the match ends with a pedigree facebuster move. Props to Raquel for trying stuff. She has a wider range of moves than a lot of the Ring of the Hawk competitors. The moves don't necessarily look good, but they were attempted at least. Her roll-ups seem to be strong though. Another C, but I liked it slightly more than the last match. Now for some ungodly reason, enter the Bromance, the most annoying TNA tag team of all time. They sucked and they sucked up so much TV time. Robbie E has found a guru to help them win matches. Raquel is apparently the guru for the Bromance, and she is somehow going to help them win, despite her never winning one herself. She also somehow got Robbie to wear her leggings. Apparently her tactic is to help them focus. Seems more like a distraction to me. This does lead to her 4th TNA match though. Match 4, Impact. Yeah, we're also including Impact matches because this is such a short run. Shove it if you don't like it. 6-person mixed tag, the Bromance and Raquel. This music is like a walking headache. At least the Bromans are matching her hair colour. They take on the Decay and Rosemary. Robbie E is scared of clowns. Robbie E is a clown. The Bromans get the jump on the outside of the ring. Raquel takes Rosemary down with a clothesline in the centre of the ring. She misses her next attack in the corner, but she manages to block Rosemary. Crazy Steve gets the tag, so Raquel has to leave, and she does it in dramatic fashion. This is my least favourite match so far, because the women don't do much. Eventually, she stops Rosemary from attacking Jessie with a flying dropkick. She also dives on her off the ring apron. I'll give her this, she isn't boring. The Bromance win with the bro down, so I guess Raquel actually wins this one. It's a D, there just wasn't much for her to do. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to guide the Bromance to tag titles after this, and the team broke up shortly after. Match 5, Impact, Knockouts Gauntlet match. Raquel enters as the 5th lady here. She enters the match with some decent fire. She scores 2 knockdowns and then a head scissors on Sienna. 2 girls attempt to double team her, but she dodges and shoves Laurel into Marty and then drop kicks her down. Marty is also clothesline. Nice dodge now from Sienna's clothesline, but then she gets booted by Sienna and it slows down. Later, Raquel randomly stops Sienna with a backstabber and she walks around celebrating. Laurel simply walks up to her and gives her an Impredia. Nobody has been eliminated yet. I spoke too soon. There goes Madison Rain. Then Jade goes out. And Marty. Wow, can't believe she's made it to the final 4. She jumps on Sienna's back, which is a bad choice because Sienna muscles her up and dumps her out the ring. Match comes down to Gail and Sienna and Gail wins it. Nothing to comment on other than when she first entered the match she had a little hot streak and it was alright. This one's a D. Match 6, Explosion. Sienna takes on Raquel. She now has a selfie gimmick, so I guess this is where Austin Theory got his inspiration from. Or Tyler Breeze, there's no need to sneeze. Raquel apparently now has 1 million followers on Insta, so congratulations. She immediately forward rolls away from Sienna. She does another one and bows and celebrates. Sienna does eventually manage to catch a hold. They both keep switching out of each other's holds. A forward roll into a kip up now. Raquel starts panicking because she can't get out of the arm hold. She makes it to the ropes and does a flip to switch the pressure. Raquel actually takes her down now and she puts on an armbar. It doesn't last 2 shakes of a lamb's tail because Sienna puts her in a pinning attempt. Sienna then misses her attack in the corner and Raquel gets a 2. I'm shocked how much Raquel is dominating this match. Raquel goes running now and she wants a head scissors, but it's countered into a side slam. Just a 2. This match has definitely turned. Sienna whips her into the corner with authority now, not once but twice. Raquel manages a comeback on the top rope and Sienna runs straight into her head scissors. Raquel with some shoulder blocks and a slow dropkick. She can't manage her suplex as Sienna switches it back, but Raquel with the surprise roll up looked a bit painful for that landing. Raquel gets a piggyback ride now. The ref checks if Sienna's been knocked out. How could she be knocked out when she's still standing? Surely not possible. Eventually, Raquel gets bored and turns it into an armbar. The commentary team are surprised at her move range. I am too. Sienna gets annoyed and powers her up with a powerbomb. And then Sienna wins it with the pounce. Another fun match. It's a very low B. Never thought I'd be giving out a grade like that on this episode. Match 7, Explosion. Raquel. I have to say I'm impressed with the personality she's shown. I've seen a lot worse on it. Unfortunately, it all goes wrong because Josh Matthews says she now has 500,000 Instagram followers. So I guess she's losing popularity. She takes on Madison Rayne again. Raquel takes a selfie with the ref and he pulls the gooniest expression. Someone hit this guy with a brick. She moves on to take one with Madison. I don't think she wanted it without the filter on. Madison jumps her from behind. No idea who's heel or face here. Madison starts with the headlock takeover. Raquel puts her in a head scissors to get her off. It looks like Madison wants to bridge out of it, but she gives up and clotheslines Raquel. Raquel with a takeover of her own now, and Madison leg scissors her. It's like a mirror image. Raquel slaps Madison, and then she dumps in a nappy and hides on the ropes. Raquel keeps showing her slapped cheeks to the camera. They're probably not the sort that everyone wanted to see. We come back from the advert break with a Raquel clothesline. Snap mirror into a couple of weak boots for Raquel now. She somehow gets a couple of 2 counts from this. Raquel smacks her head into the turnbuckles 10 times. Then she sits down with Madison and takes a selfie. She doesn't get a chance to post it because Madison's back up. Raquel puts her on the ropes and hits a running ass to the back. Now Raquel is stretching her across the ropes. Another couple of 2s for Raquel now. Raquel is playing this character really well. The Raquel suplex up next, followed by the Russian leg sweep. She still can't get the 3. Would someone please give this girl a finisher? Madison eventually lands the enziguri and drop kicks. There's the Rain Northern Lights for just a 2. Raquel dodges her next attack in the corner and she tries her backstabber, but Madison switches out of that into a pinning attempt. It's not over, but now it is, because Madison hits the crossroads and that's the 3. Madison takes a selfie of Raquel to end it. Very interesting. She isn't as exciting in the ring when she's a heel, but her character's much more compelling. I'm actually enjoying this, God help me. It's another C. Match 8. Final match. Oh, well, so much for that. Explosion. Raquel takes a selfie of a fan, but then gets disgusted by him. She doesn't mind the bold referee though. She takes on Jade. Josh Matthews says that she only has 470,000 followers. Rumour has it this is why TNA let her go. Someone needs to let me know. How many followers does she actually have? Raquel grabs Jade and takes a selfie. She thinks it's an ugly picture, so she kicks Jade in the gut. Jade goes running and lands a head scissors. Jade with a bunch of kicks. I love this kick from Jade as Raquel sells it by going backwards. It looks so funny. Jade with a big gut wrench suplex now. Raquel looks like she's almost done. There's no way she's getting her first singles win here. Jade puts on a chin lock, but Raquel escapes with a poke to the eyelid. Raquel sidesteps her and kicks her, and she celebrates her little kick. Raquel with the 10 head slams to the turnbuckle now, and of course she lies on Jade and takes a selfie. Then Raquel screams that Jade's ruined it and slaps her. Jade blocks her in the corner, but she's thrown backwards to the mat. Raquel with a couple of weird pinning attempts now. She's apparently trying to make a pose. Raquel smashes Jade with a dropkick now, which gets her a 2. Jade gets mad and slams her. She takes too long with her following dive though. Raquel stops her and gives her a hangman's DDT. Shades of Barbie Hayden. Good to know she learnt something from that match. Unfortunately, her pin doesn't work. Because Jade's feet are on the ropes. The commentary team question whether she knows the rules. Raquel takes another selfie and the ref screams, "No more selfies." Not this again. She grabs Jade's arm and desperately tries to make it to the top rope. The arm drag is admittedly better this time, but Jade cartwheels out of it. Raquel is celebrating, and when she turns around she eats a dropkick. More kicks follow. Raquel is getting sent all over the ring. Jade hits her with a poor standing moonsault for a 2. Jade tries a package pile driver, but pretty flawlessly Raquel sneaks out of it and does a Russian leg sweep. Jade boots her in the gut and Raquel sells it so badly. Jade smashes her with a package pile driver, and then she puts on the glasses and takes a selfie as she gets the 3. I really enjoyed this one too. It's anything but boring. She's definitely not polished in the ring, but to be honest, it just doesn't seem to matter to my eyes. I'm not quite sure why that is. This match was 3 letters. F-U-N. It was just fun. It doesn't matter what the ring style was like. It was a good laugh. Amazing character work and for some reason a pretty varied moveset. I think I prefer a heel persona more, even if the moves aren't as flashy. Well, that ends the run. Probably the most surprising one of these I've ever done.
She was definitely trying to get better. I feel like everyone just wrote her off after that first match because really there was nothing to hate after that. No, she wasn't Jade or Gail in the ring, but she was playing a good character and that's almost as important in wrestling. I feel like she burnt her bridges the moment she caused trouble in the TNA locker room. People didn't have her back. She left TNA at the start of 2017. Now, from what I can tell through my extensive research, she just seems to be an influencer now, but she was selling fitness wear too. She's a mum nowadays and she wrestled her last match 8 months after leaving TNA. I'm going to shove Raquel a final grade for bricks of a low B, mostly because I'm just shocked at how interesting this run was. And if you've got a problem with that, I'll start with your cuz.